Social networking website Facebook has gone public in New York in the second biggest IPO in U.S. history, with shares opening at $38 each. The company's CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, remotely rang the opening bell at NASDAQ just a short while ago from Facebook's headquarters in California. It's become the first U.S. company to be worth more than $100 billion at its debut. The IPO raises Facebook $18 billion, but even though its stock is in huge demand, experts are warning investors to wait and see how it does in the long term first. Facebook's initial public offering is the most highly anticipated of the year. The social network offered 420 million shares at $38 each, making it the second biggest IPO in U.S. history after Visa. That propels the company, formed only 8 years ago, to the top ranks of corporate America.
Facebook's mission is to make the world more open and connected.
It makes 28-year-old CEO Mark Zuckerberg even richer than he already is, with a net worth of nearly $20 billion. Investors are scrambling to get their hands on some of the company's stock. Demand is so high that Facebook announced earlier this week it's selling 25% more shares than planned.
I think the short-term actions of the stock will be driven more by emotion, will be driven more by just the demand-supply economics, not enough shares going public. And the demand is several-fold. So that's what's going to drive the stock in the near term. Over the long term, however, it's going to be driven by fundamentals.
But Zuckerberg and his fellow founders are still in control of Facebook, as they have 96% of the vote. But even with 900 million users on the website, the company is facing challenges in maintaining its growth momentum.
They have to figure out creative ways to stick with the core values, but at the same time recognize that they are a growing and changing company.
Some investors are worried Facebook hasn't figured out a way to make money yet from the growing number of users who access the website on their phones. Revenue from its online advertising business has slowed in recent months, but that accounts for the bulk of its profits.
Certainly don't expect everything to be rosy. There'll be quarters where people don't like the numbers, etc. We're keeping an eye on the long term on this one.
And that's where the real test is, whether in a year or so, Facebook shares will soar to a level that shareholders expect.